but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And right away, he lost the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown! Cam Akers, 56 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Shifts by him, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Play action, it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And down to the 36-yard line here. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown Bengals. Joe Mixon from 13 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll run on first down with Akers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Going right back to Akers. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Henderson will try to run for the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm with the Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Back to throw, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play.
Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. And just like that, we're through one in the biggest game of the year. 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl coming up next. 14 apiece is the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, Both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
First down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. On second down, Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's on Jackson Carman, second-round pick in 2021. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yeah, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again is Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first down, Stafford here. This one brought in by Jefferson. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Buffalo going to give this to Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. His throw incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Again, here's Pirine. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
8 yards there on a first down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The 13 yards that time and a first. A give, running right is Akers. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And they're going to speed things up here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 8 yards out. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
23 yards on the play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. A give up the middle to Akers. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Here we go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances, putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Burrow on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
He completes it. They've got a first down.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw.
11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
They're going to look to throw.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone?
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Burrow looking to pass. Going for it all. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
Team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
There he goes, right side, and touchdown. Tyler Higbee, 49 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And, you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons. But if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.